Hi everyone, this is a video to illustrate how you can log into the labs we'll be having on Thursday. Uh, some have asked me about how to connect to the labs, and it usually takes us maybe about 5-10 minutes just to have that demonstrated or explained to each person. So I'm just trying to see if there's a way, trying to make this video to uh, ameliorate the process. All right, so this is likely the lab we're going to be working on, or something similar on Thursday for this event, which is called Frame Relay Troubleshooting. To log into any of the labs we have, you'll be required to have PuTTY or a terminal, um, PuTTY or a terminal system. So um, it should be either PuTTY or any other um, terminal, terminal software. Now, if you're using Linux or Mac OS, you can easily use your um, application. That's okay. Now, if you want to go to PuTTY, if the route of PuTTY, I would advise you go to Google. Um, Open Google page for you. Type PuTTY in there. It will take you to a screen, Google screen, PuTTY. Go to the web page that says putty.org. Please avoid all this other stuff. Go straight to the source. I would advise you do that. That's the best way to go about it anyway. Go straight to the source. They do have other applications here, but I prefer using Putty. I would advise you stick with that. If you want to use the other applications, you can try it out yourself at your time. Now, I would advise you download either the Windows installer and install it and have everything you need. Otherwise, if you want to use standalone versions, you could download the Putty EXE, which is primarily what you need. Download the PSCP, which is for secure file transfer. Um, you may download the PSFTP. I doubt we'll be using that, but you may download that as an additive. In addition to that, you must download the PuTTyGen. Now, this PuTTyGen is used to generate SSH keys that you can use for in the event you want to make your own lab a server, or in the event we want to do labs that involve um, key authentication, whereby uh, you you as a user present a key to log into my server. So you have a public private key. I have a public private key. My public key is trusted by you. Your public key is trusted by me, and you can log into the GNS tree server. And so just have that in case we our labs take us that route. All right. Now there are alternatives to PuTTY if PuTTY doesn't suit you. Alternatives. Oops. Alternatives to PuTTY. All right. So other alternatives to PuTTY. I'm not sure this would work. I'm not sure if this link will work. I usually use this like best 10 stuff like that. Okay, so this is not really. Let's use the best 10. So here are a list of um, stuff you can use. This is how PuTTY is going to look like. I can make this bigger so you can just see it. Because when I actually use PuTTY on my own, it's going to be really small. I'll give you an example. Let me close this one. Um, an example would be, uh, let's see if I can launch this. Here we go. So this is an example of my PuTTY, but as you can see, the screen size is so small. I believe there's a way I can make it bigger, but for now, it's gonna look so small. You can't really see it that bigger. But just believe that what you're seeing here looks almost exactly like this, almost exactly. Of course, mine. has been teed up with a lot more stuff. That's just the difference. All right, so excuse me, I have a cold. Now, once you have that, you can actually go to for other alternatives. As I said, you can use Super Potty over here and explains how you could go about it. You can use Potty 3. You can use Kitty. Um, you can scroll down. You can actually check much more if you want. But just whatever suits your favor, just try it out and get used to it. I just used Bare Bones Potty. All right, now to log into Potty, you'll be required to log into my um, switch, which a switch I isolated and configured as a um, server, pretty much. During the week, I normally take it down, but I usually make it available on Thursdays in particular for lab scenarios or for videos like this. So um, the domain name, I'm using a domain name for the switch so that you are not required to memorize the IP address. My IP address will always change, so I just set up a domain name here. Domain name, and then you are to use the port SSH port I'll be providing. Take notice SSH. So the domain name and the SSH port. Now this port's going to be changing every time for each lab. So please be mindful of that. The appropriate ports will be made available to you at the time of the lab. All right. So let me demonstrate how you connect using Putty. All right. So I have this over here. I would always advise you to do two things when you launch your Putty. Go to Windows, right? Go to Appearance, go to Font. See this place, font size. I'm not sure you can see it, but here, if you can try, is font settings. Click on Change and select a big font size that you can see properly. If you want to make any other changes on how your body appears, I would advise you go ahead and do it. And then you go back to Session, and what you need to type in is the um, you need to type in the uh, domain name I provided here, mayowa.docdns.org, and the port number. You need to type that in also. Under the ports, make sure SSH is selected. Actually, if you don't select SSH, you may you won't be able to connect. Right. So you need to select SSH. Now, I've forgotten what SSH version it uses, but I do believe it uses SSH version uh, version 2. Yeah, I believe it uses SSH version 2. So just have that in mind. Um, in case you're not using Putty and in case you're using the terminals and you're trying to log in using a Linux terminal, just use SSH version 2. That'll be great for you. All right, now next thing you need to do is to once you type this in, I will advise you save it. Click on save. Well, by the way, type a name of the session you want here. I'm using the default name so I won't forget. You can type in anything you want here and then click save. Why is that important? This makes it easy for you to keep connecting and not have to remember the full qualified domain name I'm providing. All right, so just be a safe setting you have anytime you want to use it. Now I'm going to open the session. It's going to take a while. All right, here we go. The window is up. As you can see, it gives you a login. Now I created a user 4, I believe. Oh no, is it Pi? Okay. Well, anyway, the username and password I'll be providing to you guys would actually match each. So I'll be providing username and passwords for you guys on the day. Most likely stuff like maybe the similar username and password, or username value and password value will be the same. Another method I could go about is for each person that needs access, I'll create a username and password. temporarily on the access server that I configured as a switch, and we can use that to um, authenticate. Oh, okay. I figured out why it's slowing down. I think it's because of Raspberry Pi. Yeah, I don't have my okay, let me use another one. User one. Um okay, I think I'll need to get out of this one. Let me log in back again. As you can see, this actually is a quick demonstration of why I said it's best you save it. Because I saved it, I can load this up. I don't have to retype this or remember and just click open. That gives me this website and this site. I type in the username and I type in the password. Username password set me failed the last time because I hadn't turned on the what's it called again? The Radius server. I actually had it configured to work with Radius, and I didn't turn on the Radius server. I hope it still uses the local login to login. Sometimes it takes a while, but it should go. It should pull through. Um, the reason why this delay is there really is because the connection goes out from me out to the internet and then goes back in through all my firewall. So it's being processed by so many stuff just to let it go in. All right, now to get into the enable mode, type in enter. Oh no, type in enable. Oh, um, and the password is Cisco, and there you are. So I do hope that this provides a very clear method to log in to the switch right from window from Putty on Windows. Now, once you're on the switch, to log into any of the lab GNS3 routers, I actually have one of the labs I'll be working on on Thursday with here. Okay, so to log into any of these routers, right now I have R2, R4, R5, and R6 on. Um, Let me make it big again so you can see. I have R4, R6, R5 on. All you need to do is type GNS, right? That's the identifier to show that it's GNS3. GNS type and R, that's for router, and the number of the router you want to go to. Let's say 6, and that takes you straight to 6. As you can see, I'm in router 6. Now, there are two ways to go about logging onto um, other routers. You can either create new party sessions, but what that would do is that would give you so many windows to work with, um, and it might be very difficult to manage. Right? I'm gonna log in again. So you can imagine having so. Let's say we have 15 routers we're working on. You have to create 15 windows. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge to manage. That's why I use SuperPorty to give a windowed version anyway. But one way you can go about using the same window is to press Control Shift 6 at the same time and then press X afterwards. That takes you out of the connection you're currently on or reverts the telnet session. Now, note the session is still ongoing, and I'll demonstrate that to you. Show user. No, not here actually. As you can see, we do have, what do we have? We have a VTY to 6. You can see that actually is still current. You can see the star there. Okay. And we have a VTY user 1 idle. And that's this one. Enable Cisco. That's this one, right? So that's just to let you know that this is still just backed you out. It hasn't terminated the connection to 6, router 6. To go to router 6, just press enter. It takes you right back to Route 6, right? But to go to any other router, just type the same thing, GNS. Let's say Route 4, R4. Okay, I'm hoping this is you can actually see this clear. R4, and right there we are in router 4. Okay, so that is how you go about doing this on Windows. I'll do a quick video on how you go about this on Linux. Thank you.